Blake Lively absolutely must drop this lawsuit as soon as humanly possible, or at least when the judge returns and says, absolutely, we're not going to have you dismissed from.
Hollywood's golden girl Blake Lively is suddenly at the center of an unexpected storm. And it's not about her red carpet looks or her marriage to Ryan Reynolds. Instead, it's the kind of scandal that starts online and snowballs into a wildfire. The internet is buzzing with chatter after Perez Hilton, the infamous gossip blogger known for stirring controversy, dropped what he calls a bombshell about Blake's personal life.
Things have not worked out for me the way I thought they would this week, but they're not gonna work out for Blake Papini either.
But as always with Hilton, the question is this a real scoop, or is it just his latest attempt to manufacture drama? According to Hilton, whispers of unusual closeness between Blake and a co-star from the upcoming film Another Simple Favor have begun circulating. He paints the picture of something more than on-set chemistry, hinting at secret meetups and blurred boundaries. But here's the catch. These claims are entirely unverified. No credible outlet has confirmed them, and so far, all we have are Hilton's dramatic words and the internet's willingness to run with them.
Because there is now just way too much evidence that she and Ryan are, strictly speaking, perverts themselves.
Still, that hasn't stopped TikTok sleuths and Reddit threads from exploding with theories. Fans have been dissecting paparazzi photos, rewatching old interviews, and trying to decode cryptic Instagram captions, convinced that hidden clues are scattered everywhere. What started as gossip has quickly snowballed into a frenzy, with Blake's once pristine image now being pulled apart under a magnifying glass.
There's a legal doctrine that is known as unclean hands. My lawyer, Noah, he introduced me to it, and when it's used in court, the argument prevents one party, so the person that is suing, from seeking relief if they have engaged in unethical conduct that's related to the subject.
Once Perez Hilton tossed his claims into the spotlight, the internet wasted no time turning the whispers into a full-blown obsession. What began as idle chatter about on-set chemistry suddenly morphed into wild theories about secret rendezvous, hidden text messages, and coded behavior that only the most dedicated fans could supposedly decode. Social media users became amateur detectives, zooming into blurry paparazzi photos and replaying interview clips frame by frame, searching for lingering glances or subtle touches that might prove Hilton's claims. The speculation quickly spiraled. Some fans insisted that Blake's body language with her co-star looked too natural to be just acting.
You can't engage in the exact same disparagement against me. It's essentially that Spider-Man meme that's super popular. This one, you guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you, pointing at you. Hey, are we the same person? Yeah, we're the same person.
Others swore that cryptic captions on Instagram hinted at a double life, portraying her as a Hollywood wife on one side and a mysterious actress caught in a scandal on the other. None of this has been verified, of course, but the internet rarely waits for facts before building its case. And then came the fan theories involving Ryan Reynolds. His famously cheeky social media posts with Blake have long defined them as Hollywood's most adored couple, but now even their playful exchanges are being reinterpreted through a darker lens. Was that smile forced? Was that caption a subtle dig?
Blake cannot claim to be a victim of sexual misconduct on the set of a movie, while she openly brags about the unscripted sexual misconduct that she partakes in.
Suddenly, every red carpet photo and every candid moment was scrutinized for cracks in the marriage. What once seemed like lighthearted glamour had been rebranded by gossip forums as evidence of hidden tension, feeding the frenzy even further. As the rumors gained traction, the reaction online turned explosive. Comment sections filled with people taking sides, and suddenly Blake Lively's name was trending for all the wrong reasons. Some fans refused to believe a word of it, rushing to defend her as a devoted wife and mother whose reputation was being unfairly dragged through the mud. Others, fueled by Perez Hilton's sensational language, became convinced that Hollywood's golden couple might not be as perfect as they've always appeared. The divide only deepened when more gossip blogs and TikTok creators began weighing in. Videos claiming to break down the evidence went viral.
This was discovered by a TikTok sleuth named Rich TV.
Not Blake Lively confessing to grabbing her co-star's nuts because she felt like that's just what her character would do.
Wait, so am I blaming my husband for
Am I saying something about her? Right.
One of my favorite additions that you came up with. I think it's nuts. Yeah, when you really went for it.
That's always awkward. And you're like, hey, hi, nice to meet you. Can I grab your neck?
But really hard.
Not because I want to, because I feel like she would.
Remember we kept going like, can you do it harder?
Yeah, and that was my tip of the hat to baby Jane Hudson.
With creators circling paparazzi shots or pointing to moments in interviews that they claimed proved there was more going on. Meanwhile, critics of Perez Hilton argued that this was his typical playbook. Make a shocking accusation, let fans do the rest, and watch the traffic roll in. Even Anna Kendrick, Blake's co-star from the original A Simple Favor, wasn't spared from the speculation. Rumor mongers dragged her name into the narrative, suggesting she might have noticed something on set or even been caught in the middle of the supposed drama. Again, nothing has been proven, but once the internet decides on a theory, it doesn't take much for it to spiral. What was once a private family life for Blake and Ryan has now become an open battleground for gossip, conspiracy, and endless debate. And the noise shows no signs of dying down.
I think I'm like her in the sense that we don't indulge in the gossip. We don't listen to what people say about us. You just have to turn a blind eye to it. People are gonna talk, and you can't be hurt by that. You can't listen to that. And she's really striving. These days, I live my whole life. It's easier to fall into that, like talking about someone else and when you stick up for someone, you're going out on a limb when a whole group is making fun of someone. But I've really tried to have some honor in my life.
Of course, no Hollywood storm is complete without Perez Hilton fanning the flames. The longtime gossip blogger has built his entire career on provocation, often making outrageous claims that spark outrage and then daring his critics to prove him wrong. To his fans, he's the ultimate truth teller who says what others are too afraid to.
I have done nothing wrong. I'm not afraid of Blake Lively.
To his detractors, he's nothing more than a chaos merchant, willing to ruin reputations for clicks. In this case, Perez has zero hesitation in aiming his spotlight at Blake Lively. He teases inside knowledge, drops suggestive hints, and insists that there's more to the story than fans realize. But here's the problem. He rarely offers hard proof. Critics argue that this is his signature move. Toss out an explosive idea, sit back, and watch the internet turn it into a wildfire. For years, that formula has worked, leaving celebrities scrambling to defend themselves while Perez's platforms thrive on the controversy. And that's exactly why his involvement here feels so combustible. Blake Lively isn't just another celebrity target. She's part of one of Hollywood's most adored couples, someone whose clean image has been central to her brand. By inserting himself into this narrative, Perez has shifted the spotlight away from the upcoming Another Simple Favor and directly onto himself. Whether his claims hold water or not almost becomes irrelevant. The sheer drama guarantees attention. And in Perez Hilton's world, attention is the ultimate currency. What makes this story even more fascinating is how it reflects the fragile balance between celebrity image and internet speculation. For years, Blake Lively has been one of Hollywood's most polished figures, a style icon, a comedic partner to Ryan Reynolds online, and a celebrity who rarely stirs up negative headlines. That carefully crafted image is now being stress-tested by the power of gossip. The problem is that once the internet decides there's a scandal, perception often outweighs reality. Fans are twisting old interviews into evidence, reinterpreting innocent photos as signs of trouble, and treating anonymous whispers like courtroom testimony. None of it has been proven, yet the narrative takes on a life of its own, overshadowing Blake's upcoming projects and even creeping into coverage of Another Simple Favor. For an actress whose career has thrived on relatability and trust, the damage isn't necessarily in whether the rumors are true, it's in the fact that they exist at all. This is where the conversation shifts beyond Blake. Hollywood has always thrived on whispers, but in today's climate, gossip spreads faster than official statements ever could. A single TikTok theory can overshadow an entire press campaign. A rumor, even without receipts, can become the defining storyline for a celebrity. And in Blake's case, her spotless reputation is colliding with the internet's hunger for scandal, creating a cultural spectacle that feels bigger than just one actress or one film. So where does this leave Blake Lively? Right now, she's in the eye of a gossip storm that shows no sign of slowing down. Fans are waiting for a response, from her, from Ryan Reynolds, or even from her Another Simple Favor co-stars. But silence only fuels more speculation. If she speaks, it risks adding new layers to the narrative. If she stays quiet, the rumor mill keeps spinning. Either way, the spotlight isn't moving anytime soon. The internet, of course, is already writing its own story. Some believe Ryan will swoop in with one of his trademark witty posts, putting the rumors to bed with humor. Others think Anna Kendrick or another cast member might break their silence, confirming or denying what really happened behind the scenes. And then there are those convinced that Perez Hilton has more receipts up his sleeve, waiting for the perfect moment to drop them. The truth is, no one knows how this ends, and that's exactly why people can't look away. This saga has become bigger than the film itself, transforming into a test of how much influence gossip culture really has over Hollywood's most carefully protected stars. Will Blake emerge unscathed, or will this wave of speculation permanently alter her image? One thing is clear, the next revelation could be even bigger, and fans everywhere are bracing for it. Because in the world of celebrity gossip, the story is never really over.